Hey, compost lovers. I just booked my flights to Phoenix for Compost 2025. Join me January 27th to 30th, where compost enthusiasts from all over the globe unite to celebrate all things soil, sustainability, and innovation. What's in store? Workshops galore. Dive into fresh ideas, techniques, and discussions that'll make your compost game stronger. The trade show. I'll be hanging at booth 501 checking out Viably's latest Comtech innovations. And so much more. The demo day on the last day, get ready to watch those big machines do their thing. Full flex mode guaranteed. And my favorite part, connections. Meeting you. Whether you're a composter, researcher, or equipment guru, this is where our global soil-loving squad comes together. Let's share. Last year was incredible. Check out the following stories from past attendees. I had a blast hearing Compost Conference stories from so many of you. And keynote alert, I had it wrong all season, my bad. I'm thrilled to announce that the actual keynote will be given by Jasmine Crow Houston. She's an award-winning leader in social entrepreneurship. So come join me and all the compost lovers at Compost 2025. Welcome to The Composter, a podcast for compost lovers. I'm your host and fellow composter, Jane Merner. Join me in practical conversation between industry professionals and farmers with a passion for producing quality compost. We're going to dig deep into the science, technology, and art of compost production so that we as composters can help enliven the world's soils. Are you attending the Compost 2025 conference in Phoenix this year? Be sure to stop by the Viably Trade Show, booth 501, and see the latest Comtech equipment in action at Demo Day. At Viably, we understand the variety of issues you face every day in the organics business. Our team of experts will be on hand throughout Compost 2025 to provide you with the information and guidance you need to help solve your waste management challenges. We invite you to join Team Viably in Phoenix, January 27th to 30th at Compost 2025 and see how Viably can deliver possible for you. Welcome to The Composter. Brandon, can you introduce yourself and say what company you're from?
Sure. Brandon Lapsus. I'm with Viably. We're based in Denver, Colorado, and operate across the U.S. and Canada in this great industry.
Awesome. And tell me about the conference for you this time. How's it been?
It's been great to be here in Daytona Beach and connect with a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces. You can feel the energy and see the growth and interest and the growth in the membership and the association, and lots of discussion around a lot of initiatives that we all see in our communities, whether it's food waste, whether it's continuing to keep material out of landfill, lots of good conversation with folks.
That's so great. And have those conversations been the highlight of the conference for you, or what's been the stellar things you're excited to take away from this conference?
Great question. Definitely some of those conversations. I love the energy the industry has for continuing to move the initiatives that they have forward. Just more ethical waste treatment solutions. More of the right stuff for their communities and keeping valuable material out of landfill. So definitely one of the highlights for me. I think bringing our team together. It's always good to bring everyone here to support the conference, support how we show up, and a lot of the various tracks this year, I think, were pretty interesting, just on a lot of different topics, whether it be insurance, whether it be how you manage your fuel spend, whether you are concerned about how to manage potential fire risks for your facility. And I think the technology toolbox talks is something that was new this year, that was something that was pretty interesting for a lot of folks. And hopefully that continues and brings it back, because there's no one silver bullet for what we see at our facilities or what you see at your facility every day. So
yeah, every little site is so different. So, and all the feedstocks and the people involved and all of it. So yeah, there's lots of room in this industry for so many different aspects and viewpoints, and there's something for everybody.
Totally.
Well, thank you so much for being on. Anything else you want to add?
Nope. Let's continue to build this community and build it bigger and better every year.
It seems to be headed that direction. So
I think so.
Thanks so much, Brandon.
Thanks, Jane.
Good morning, Emilio.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Composter.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thanks. Can you just introduce yourself and tell us about your company a little bit?
Yes, my name is Emilio Cervantes. I am with Real Temp Instruments. We are headquartered in San Diego, California. We also have a location in Houston. And we've been part of the Compost community for the last 30 years.
That's amazing. I have one of your temperature probes, actually a few of them. They work amazing. And what is this how many times have you been to this conference before?
So personally, this is my second year at the conference. Real Temp has probably been attending for the last 10 years or so.
Okay.
If not more.
And what's been the highlight of the conference for you?
I think just reconnecting with a lot of friends that I have the pleasure to meet in my travels throughout the country. Just a fantastic group of enthusiastic, professional people that are just really focused on making a difference.
That's so great. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, I just want to just encourage everyone to keep doing an amazing job. You're part of history making and changing the world. So keep at it. Go Composters.
Thank you, Emilio. Welcome to the Composter. Can you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your company?
Yeah, my name is Alyssa LaChance. I own Dirt Rich Compost and Food Scrap Pickup. We're based out of Northwest Montana in the Flathead Valley.
Awesome. And I got to meet you at the conference last year. Is this your second conference here for USCC?
Yes, this is our second conference.
Fantastic. And what's been the highlight of the conference for you?
I live in a very rural part of the country in Montana, Northwest Montana, and getting to come to one place where all of the people that are in our sector are meeting and mingling and talking about all of the important aspects of what we do helps really anchor me into understanding all of what is going on. No, I'm getting scared. Sorry.
Well, it's a big web, right?
Yes.
That we're a part of, and you get to really see all the aspects.
Yeah, I get to see the web, and I get to distill all of that information down and really get a sense of just understanding the scope of what we're doing and how everything interacts with each other. And it really informs the decisions about how I move forward with my company.
It's you get re-energized because you see the big impacts of what we're doing here in the industry and all the research that's coming out, and it's super energizing to be here. Are you feeling that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. It's re-inspiring to get to talk to everybody and feel like I want to go back and make all of these improvements and just keep things moving forward and feeling really inspired about what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, it's been fun to watch you grow too. All right, anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. It's just such a pleasure to get to hang out around like some of the most amazing people that I've ever met. Composters are the best.
They are. We're very down to earth, right?
Yeah.
All right. And there's so many of us. We just all live in our little loaders by ourselves. So it's nice to be together in one place. All right. Well, I hope I see you next year.
Sounds good.
Thanks for being on.
Thanks.
Well, welcome to the Composter.
Oh, thank you. Excited to be here.
I'm so glad you are. And can you let us know your name and what you're representing today?
Yeah, my name is Alexia Cooper. I'm from UC Merced in California, and I'm a graduate student researcher.
Awesome. A researcher. What are you researching?
Right now, I'm looking at the integrative effects of compost and cover crops in almond orchards.
Ooh, that's perfect for this conference.
Yeah, it's been very aligned with a lot of what we've been listening to.
That's awesome. And what have been your highlights of this conference so far?
I love the diversity of people here, and I think it's the common thread of people loving the earth and then working with compost, but it just made it very approachable to make conversations and find the common threads and great opportunities. Like, I'm looking for a job and I've already had some offers. So
Amazing.
it's just really exciting in that way.
Yeah, this is a fun industry and a growing one. So you're in the right spot and it's feel good. All right. Anything else you want to add?
I think that compost is just one of the many ways we can address climate change, and it's really exciting to see from the food waste to the composters to the applications, like the research I'm doing. It's wonderful to see the full picture and then just get a really great perspective on all the work that's being done, like especially like compostable materials and packaging. That's something I never really thought about, but there's been so much great research presented here about addressing the issues that they're facing, and it's exciting to see.
That's so great. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to the Composter. Can you introduce yourself and what company you're from?
Hi, my name is Amanda Rocktis. I am with Naples Compost in Naples, Florida.
Fantastic. Not a lot of Florida composters, so I'm psyched that you're doing that. What's been the highlight of the conference for you?
The highlight for me has been just hearing people talk about some of the issues and things that they're going through, and knowing that we're also not the only ones going through the same thing, and seeing how they have worked through it and managed it, and just getting to meet people that are in the same realm as all of us. So
Yeah, they're speaking the same language and have solutions and same challenges, and yeah, that's so great. So great connecting. Thank you so much for being on. Welcome to the Composter.
Thank you. This is exciting that you're putting this together.
I'm excited to be here too. Can you let us know your name and what company you're from?
Yeah, my name is Michael Brian Brown, and I'm with Green Mountain Technologies. We're a 30-year-old composting company that started in Vermont and then moved to Seattle in the early 2000s. We focus primarily on in-vessel and ASP designs, and also consulting.
Amazing. And I went to your toolbox talk this morning.
Thank you.
You were talking about making your equipment electric, and I love the future of what that's going to be for our area, for the U.S. Let us know how many times you've been to this conference.
Let's see. First U.S. Composting Council conference was probably 96 that we attended.
Yeah.
For a long time, there were 3 or 4 conferences a year, BioCycle hosting several in a year, and then the U.S. Composting Council started coming in and doing conferences themselves. So I think we've done almost every conference available.
You're one of the OGs. I like it. Yeah, that's great.
It's OG old guy.
It's original.
Oh, okay.
I guess or organic.
Yeah, right, organic or old guy.
It fits all of them.
Yeah.
And what's been the highlight of this conference for you?
Well, we've been able to do this 8-hour workshop on food waste, adding food waste to an existing green waste facility. And we've done it for 3 years for the council. And we really love that opportunity to really do a deep dive with a group of people and give them some really solid information about all the things that food waste entails, and when you add it to a green waste facility.
Good.
And it's not as easy as everybody would like it to be.
Yeah.
Especially when you go to scale.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. A lot of us here doing food waste. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Oh yeah, so it's great to be in Florida doing the conference. We're super psyched about next year. So all your listeners, come to Phoenix next year. We designed a 75,000 ton a year facility for the city of Phoenix.
Ooh, are we going to get to tour it?
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
So it's been in operation for 8 years now. It was done in 2017, and that's an awesome facility. So we look forward to showing that off, and also we're going to bring our whole crew next year. So we're going to use the Compost Council as an opportunity, because we have several remote workers, to bring the whole team together around the U.S. Composting Council show. So
that's great. This is my first time bringing my whole crew. I've got 4.
You do?
Yeah, 4 here with me. There's 5 of us total, and I love the tours seeing the compost facilities. I think that's where we learned so much from each other, but all of it, the whole week. So
Yeah. And my only regret is that I don't get to go to, because we have a booth and we do workshops and do presentations, that I don't get as much time to be able to go and learn about what's happening in the industry. I was really excited. We have some of our equipment as part of the biodegradability studies. And so it's really cool to see that data being presented. So that was the one talk I did get to today was, hey, does biodegradable plastic really biodegrade? How long does it last? How many days does it take? How much moisture content does it take to really get break down?
I think the answer to that is it depends.
Yes.
But yes, yeah, but it
they're
does.
they're trying to identify now what the right conditions in a pile are. So, what the temperatures need to get to break down the biodegradable plastics, how moisture content affects the whole process. And so I think that they are trying to narrow down the depends range,
Yeah.
put bookends on the depends.
Dial it in, yeah.
So composters know, like, oh, if I'm running my process well and I'm not too dry, I can count on this stuff breaking down.
I've done lots of experiments with it at our own site, and very consistently within 3 weeks, it's fully broken down. But we do have wetter feedstocks, a lot of shellfish and fish curry and seaweed and food scraps. So it's a pretty wet, material at the beginning, and it's hot. So it breaks down super fast into nothing. But unfortunately, we're OMRI listed. Not unfortunately, I'm glad we're OMRI listed, but we can't take in the biodegradable plastics.
Yes, and that would be an interesting topic. Apparently, BPI this afternoon is going to be addressing that. The BPI has been trying to persuade OMRI to open it up if the manufacturers will disclose all the ingredients in their products. And so
that would be great.
It would be really good.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important step. From our point of view, biodegradables are a carbon source. And so especially when you have on-site in-vessel systems, getting carbon is always an issue for those folks, like getting, shavings or green waste or shredded green waste. The bulking material can be a problem, but they generate food waste consistently. So for like a resort, if they know that they can control all the biodegradables and use it as a carbon source, then that's a real win for in-vessel on-site.
It is. All right. Great. Well, we'll see the future of that soon, I'm sure. So,
all right.
Well, thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Welcome to the Composter. Can you let us know your name and what company you represent?
I am Brian Jaros of AgriLab Technologies, Inc. We're out of Enosburg Falls, Vermont.
Awesome, Brian. And is this your first compost conference?
This is my third. I've made 2014, 2022 in Austin, and made it back this year.
Great. And how has your experience been?
This is great. This is, it's long. I love winter in Vermont, so I am missing some good winter, but it's inspiring to be around this many people that are motivated about compost and making a difference.
Okay. And what's been the highlight of the conference for you?
Probably that same thing, just connecting with people who I have maybe met over Zoom or through emails over the recent years and now meeting in person, but then also catching up with people like Jean Bonatal, who I've known for 20 some years, and getting to see people in person and learn what's new with them. And there's always so much to learn in this field.
Totally. We were just chatting about how composters are generally introverted, including me, actually. And so this is an intense week for us, trying to balance like all this amazing social time and the connection of like, a lot of us only see each other once a year. And then we're going to crash hard next week. Are you feeling that as well?
Yeah, someone else said this is a marathon, not a sprint. So yes, gotta stay hydrated, pace yourself. But
take those electrolytes.
But at the same time, this is a limited window to connect with a lot of people. So I'm missing out on technical sessions now because I wanted to connect with people and talk, and ran into you. This is great.
I'm so glad you did. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, I would love to. Can I say what we do for AgriLab Technologies?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah, what we do is we make these modular aeration system packages. So either on skid frames, or we put the mechanical equipment in shipping containers. So obviously aeration, people know, makes the labor more efficient. But also the unique thing we do is we have heat recovery. So that's all that negative aeration, all that 150-degree vapor. We're able to recover that heat for wash water, for heating buildings, for drying product, and that's our unique thing we do.
I love the efficiency of it, and Brian did get to come visit our farm, and we talked about designing something for there. It's if you're starting a compost operation, good to check in with him for the setup for that rather than trying to retrofit something after. But Leo, you're good at that too.
We've done both, and we've recently expanded the scales, so we've both gotten smaller and larger. So we've got systems to go down to 30 cubic yards and work with people with 30,000 cubic yards. So happy to plug in where people are at.
All right. I love all the facets of this industry. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. This is great. Take care.
All right. Welcome to The Composter. Can you let us know your name and who you represent or don't represent?
Yeah, good morning, Jane. It's Matt Cotton. I've worked for myself for the last 30 years or so in the composting space.
Nice. And what have you been doing this couple days at the Compost conference?
Oh, man, I get so busy during the conference. Started out on Monday with, I'm on the certification commission, so we had meetings all day and USCC board meetings. And then Bob Rink and I taught a class on Tuesday all day, our Foundations of Composting class, which is always fun and exciting. We had 50 people, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then the conference started, and I moderated a session yesterday, and I just gave a presentation this morning. And busy. It's been very busy.
Definitely.
I'm always running around like a chicken with my head cut off at the USCC.
You'll sleep well at the end of the week.
Yeah, the next week's going to be very nice.
Yeah. And what has been the highlight for you?
Oh, the highlight hasn't come yet.
Okay.
The highlight, spoiler alert, we're giving Bob Rink the Rufus Cheney Award, which is a very prestigious research award that the council doesn't give every year, but we give it to a person who exemplifies the behavior of Rufus Cheney, who is a very pioneering, excellent scientist who really created some solid scientific basis for a lot of the testing we do back in the day. And we're going to, Bob Rink is going to win that award this year, and I am humbly offered to, or I'm flattered that I am able to present that award to him, so that my highlight will be when I get to do that tonight.
That's so great. I can't wait to see that. Oh, I'm excited. We're hearing it before it's happening.
Bob is going to hate it, but it's very well deserved and very, it's timely. And some of his students have already won it, so it's a good time to make sure he's recognized for the work he's done.
Anybody that doesn't know, Bob and Matt are both just pioneers in the industry and have taught, I would say, thousands of people at this point about compost. They did a tour in Australia teaching farmers on-farm composting. You're a co-author of the Composting Handbook.
I co-wrote a chapter, and I've added some bits and pieces here. I've been working with Bob on that. We started a class, our Foundations of Composting class, in 2005 because Bob was going to update the on-farm composting handbook, and it took him 15 years to finish it because it went from a 100-page document to a 1,000-page document. And Bob will tell you who is the editor. And he said, I didn't write the book, which is 1,000 pages and covers, it's an encyclopedia of composting in many ways. And most chapters have primary authors and secondary authors and reviewers. But Bob's fingerprints are all over every single chapter that he actually really did write a lot of it and find the people to write chapters of things he wasn't an expert in and review those chapters and recruit people. It was it's a work of a lifetime. It's an amazing resource for this industry.
Well, I'm glad he's getting awarded for that work. So, thank you so much for being on.
Gravity rings around Saturn at night. Sprout wings and sharp talons as I learn to take flight. Well, I'm on wherever you may be. I'll be on.
If you need a new appliance, now's the time to buy. Industry-wide price increases are coming, but Bray & Scarf has you covered right now with last-second savings throughout all their stores. With next-day and two-day delivery on in-stock bestsellers. Save big on all in-stock KitchenAid dishwashers and Whirlpool washers and dryers. Shopping for something else? Don't stress. You can still get it at the lowest price with Bray & Scarf's best price guarantee. Visit any of our convenient locations or shop online at brayandscarf.com, where it doesn't cost more to get more.